Hi guys. So today I'm going to tell you three basic practice which will help you as a beginner artist. So don't forget to check out the full video. The first point we have here is line art. So why I'm saying line art? So just because I started with the manga art, that doesn't mean that I'm just forcing people to learn the line art. Well, line art is one of the most important thing, one of the best thing to start with your drawings. So if you have just started with your drawing and you want to draw, you want to learn drawing, so you gotta learn the line art first. So line art usually helps to build the confidence on your muscles. Well, a lot of time we have here is whenever we start drawing, we usually draw multiple lines over and over again over the same product or over the same lines. So usually it creates your drawing looks pretty ugly. Your base layer starts with an ugly look, and you probably lost your confidence in your drawing also. You probably stop yourself over there, and that's not a good thing. So if you want to have a good confidence on your line, you probably need to draw it in one stroke, and that's the practice you need to do a lot, because your hand muscles needs to get used to it. So you gotta practice a lot of pages, you gotta practice each and every day doing same thing over and over again. So yeah, practice makes a man perfect and a woman perfect too. Okay. So yeah, that's the point for your line art stuff. So you gotta keep learning those things. You gotta make your drawings in one stroke as much as possible. Now, what line art is? So line art is usually your drawing without having any hue or saturation in it, or it's like without colors or without values in it. So that's a basic line art. And if your line art is pretty strong, it's conveying a good message of your drawing. So yeah, it's a pretty you're done 50% to 60%, 80% of your work is done. So you want to have a good line art, you gotta practice some stuff. So what are you going to practice? So the thing you can do is, the right now I'm tracing my drawing which I did in pencil, and you can do it over a photo. Take a photo, uh, take a 2 to 3 photos daily, and trace over it in one stroke. Okay, so right now I'm using a software. Well, in software I can do the control Z and redo the line, and that's how it is done in digital one. But in pencil one, you gotta be in one stroke. Don't use the eraser. Try to go in one stroke, no matter how you fail, no matter how your crooked lines are. Just don't worry about it. You're not going to get it in one try. Nobody gets it in one try. Yeah, so you gotta trace that photo with one strokes and complete it. And yeah, if you're using a software, it's pretty good thing, but you make sure you have a tablet on with you. So with mouse you're not going to achieve those line art. And yeah, and one more thing is to keep variations in your line art. So as you can see, there's one dark line over the eye in this drawing. So that's a little bit variation. So that's just an example. So whenever there are corners in your drawings, so you try to keep it dark, the corners dark, okay, as much as possible. So make it pointy and dark. Okay, so it's probably going to create a variation in your drawing, in your line art. Okay, so that's the one of the thing, you have to keep variation in a line art, so it's probably going to look dynamic. So if you're going to keep for a straight plain lines, it's probably going to look dull and not so catchy and stuff. Okay, so keep these points in your mind for your line art practice. Okay, so let me see what we have in our second point: human anatomy. So when we start with our drawing, we usually draw a human face or a human figure. And when I started with my human figure drawing, I used to copy the other professional artists. I used to draw those forms and it usually doesn't look good because I didn't knew the base of the creating the human figure. And yeah, it's obvious, like if you're creating a human figure you probably need a base for the human anatomy, and every artist should know the human anatomy for their base, for the base, yeah, as a base when you start with the drawing passion or whatever your hobby. So if you're drawing the human character or even for a human face, you gotta learn those anatomy. So all those forms which are created by the artist, like the one which I'm creating right now. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm sorry for my cam quality, but I create some forms. I create some forms around the arms, around the chest, around the legs, even for the face. So all those things are referred, or those things are linked to the human anatomy, and it's pretty good to learn those things as a base. And yeah, now, where can you learn the human anatomy? Well, we have lots of video on YouTube, and there are professional artists who create their own videos, or they have some own professional videos on their own sites. So you can check them out. And I prefer Scott Eden. Yeah. So he's one of the best artists to learn the human anatomies. And I read books. I also read books for the human anatomy study, and I refer to Victor Parrott book. It will be available in the bookstore maybe, yeah, because it's a pretty famous book, and every artist have that book, and it's by the doctor who made that book. Anyways, we are not talking about the book. Yeah, but you guys can refer the book, or there are lots of other ebooks are also available on internet. So you can just search for your favorite artist, if whether it has made or not. But yeah, there are lots of ebooks which are available. You can have it in your phone, and you can just keep reading it anywhere. So try to learn all the forms, and try to see the more videos, and practice as much as you can, because anatomy is the thing that you can't learn in one night. So you gotta keep repeating some things again. Yeah, so here's a small demo I did. I constructed a skull and a face on it. So yeah, now let's see our last point: still life drawings. If we look back in our childhood, we used to draw a basket full of fruits, or a vase with flowers in it, or sometimes we used to give bottles and cups to draw. And usually these things we never knew why are we drawing this, because we never had an explanation. I never had it in my school days, but yeah, these things we drew in our childhood are known as still life, or object drawing in simple words. Well, and why we have to learn the object drawing? Well, object drawing probably going to improve your observation skills, and it's probably going to help you to create all of the 3D forms that you will create in your environment, or yeah, in your drawing environment, or if you have a good background, or you have a good scene over there. So example, we take a market. So there are lots of things going on in the market. So if you're going to a vegetable market, so there are lots of fruits, there are lots of vegetables, not fruits. Okay, so the fruits vegetables are probably going to have some good forms. And if you're going for a shop building a construction of a shop, so it's probably going to take the third dimensional look, and that's where the still life is going to help you. And another thing, the still life drawing helps you to improve your patience. We usually don't have a patience to draw, because whenever we start our drawing, we probably think that we can just draw it in 5 or 10 minutes, like the professional artist. But there needs a lot of patience. That artists have worked for probably years and years of practice, so that you can draw those things in a couple of minutes. But yeah, you can improve the observation and your patience with the still life drawing, and it will probably also help you to create a good renderings. So if you take some metal objects for your still life still life drawings. If you have a vessel, so you're probably going to create all those reflection creating on the vessel. So or the metal renderings example, so there comes the reflections on and those metal like looking stuff, so you gotta render out those stuff. So it's probably going to help you a lot in those stuff. So try to learn these things if you're starting with your drawing stuff. And we have come to the end of this video. So if you've learned something or you enjoyed this video, just hit the like button and don't forget to comment down what you want to see next, what you want to learn next, and share this video with your friends. Let them learn too. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.